Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First down of the game for James Cook. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. It was Osa Odighizuwa in on the tackle. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time.
I do.
We see that throw because I can close my eyes and remember.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. Now, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback, and you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 32-yard line.
Prescott here from the gun. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Prescott now on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kid, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
Flushed out of the pocket. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Lofts it deep right side. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. Will take over just outside the red zone as he goes out of bounds.
This is such the back-and-forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
It's caught at the 4. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. And this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Yeah, here we go. Right there. Here we go, 47. 26.
From the red zone on 1st. Bails out of the pocket quick. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 26.
Dak now from the gun. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. George Pickens the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they'll decline this and take the result.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's going to try another deep one here. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for second.
I know I don't have to tell you, Kate. You call basketball for a living as well, and you know shooters got to keep on shooting. Quarterbacks got to keep on throwing. But boy, 0 for 4, this has been a surprisingly slow start.
Oh no, they get him yet again! Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys get it back after making their third first-half interception. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him. Seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
First down, here's Dak. He does get to him. He's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home outside.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
It's in or no, they dropped another one. It's dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This from 48 on the left hash. That one's a miss, so he hung it out right at that upright. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. Passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called. But finally, as you said, their first completion.
Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Allen throw on 3rd and 1. And the Cowboys get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it. 4 straight drives ending in an interception. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Lamb has another one. And they get this down to the 28. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Dak, buying some time right. Prescott is hit, he lost the football, and it ends up out of bounds. A small loss on the play, but they do, importantly, keep possession. Ooh, bad fortunes turned to good pretty quickly there, partner. That fumble eluding capture, and thankfully ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, big old sigh of relief on that sidelines, but that new life's going to be short-lived here.
And this is Cox. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. George Pickens the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. A quick 2nd score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. And before they can break the huddle, he's hit the end of our first quarter. Our score, 14-0. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Ty Johnson now to return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's got Khalil Shakir. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st and 10 from the 32. Here's Allen. Escapes the pocket. He dumps this off to Cook. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, with some of these guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw, swatted away by the defense.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Hits him on the out route. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well. That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Oh, and they fake it. And no success on the fake punch. That was way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs.
A lot of these punters back in the day, well, they used to be quarterbacks back in high school. Not anymore. Those glory days are long gone, and the arms just don't have quite the touch they used to. It was a dangerous call choosing to pass it, and it sure backfired there.
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. That's caught by Williams. And he's taken down at the 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get in the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Play action, Prescott. He's got it near the 8. And he will not score, but that does set him up rock with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys take a 20-zip lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Escapes the pocket. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
On 4th down, Allen. That's cut beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start to push into Cowboys territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pulled in by his back, Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A pickup of 17. And the Bills have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set now, 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Drops it off to Cook. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
In the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Again, Allen to the air. He rolls to his right. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Cook. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a James Cook touchdown. So Allen lining the Bills up to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for
All right, they're going to throw for it. Headed out right. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Plenty of time to attack that deficit, but here we go. They're attacking already, going on sides in the first half. And the Cowboys manage to recover the football. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. George Pickens the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. And he shaped that one to the right. It is no good.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And they pick him off again! Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walk in the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, what's gone wrong for this quarterback today? And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Going left side, Williams with it. And And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
Yeah!
Here's another for him. And he will not be denied a second time. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get more points to end a lopsided first half. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again.
34, Bills 6.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
At their own 20-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. They connect on the deep shot. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down. Only 1 play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
1st and 10.
1st and 10, Prescott. Hits his running back. By a man, he's in the clear. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
On second down, a run with Williams. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Yeah!
They stay on the ground with Williams. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Prescott here from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. And he sails that one over the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Aubrey puts it through, and a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First and 10. And they're on 19-yard line.
All right, goes to the line now. First and 10. One of the tight ends motioning to the left. First down throw for Allen. Chased out to his right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Finds a seam down the middle. 30! Into the red zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills start the second half with some needed points. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch to really make...
And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there. He's going to put it back in play. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10. First down, here's Dak. Forced out to his right. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Easily add the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First and 10, here's Prescott. Buys time, rolling right. Back off pass to Williams. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Prescott. First and 10. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Tried to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And now they face second down.
Yeah!
Throwing again is Dak. Bails out of the pocket quick. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Here we go.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Rolling out to his left. And they knock away another one. 3 straight passes, Brock, failing to connect. That brings us to fourth down. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Allen Buying some time right. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Oh, brother, it's another interception! Deron Bland has it! And the Cowboys get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Intercepted.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, first and 10.
At their own
Yeah, here we
41-yard
go.
line.
Wait, take it in. Wait, take it.
Now here he goes on the boot. That's caught by Williams. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
At their 49-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Straight ahead with Williams. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Third and just 2 to go.
Yeah. Wait.
Another run for Williams. And this is going to wind up short. The defense all over that run. They only let him get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be fourth down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
He's got it to his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
They go with Williams on the counter. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Dak to the air here. Escapes the pocket. Completed to his running back. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll get 14 yards. And a new set of downs.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Cowboys football, and they should be able to coast through the 4th with that kind of lead. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
3rd and long for him here. He rolls to his right. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Aubrey puts it through, and that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. On the move, headed right. He's going deep, down this side.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Round 80.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's looking deep once again. He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. The QB just nailed it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Drops it off to Cook. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never...
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now Allen will lead his guys up to the line to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer. Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the two-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a two-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag.
Yeah, what do you think?
Handoff here to Sanders. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Yeah, what do you think?
Back to throw. Here's Dak. Chased out to his right. That's to his running back, Miles Sanders. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
From the red zone on first. This one's caught. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Here we go, 46, 46. Hey, kill! 47. 26.
Prescott's going to throw for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth.
Bills 20. Brandon Aubrey.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Forced out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. To the air on 3rd and long. Headed out right. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He's trying to go deep again, and they pick him off again. Savon Revel with the pick. And the Cowboys capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ballgame.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 9.
They go right back to Sanders. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go. I think.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Finds him on the crossing route. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Downs first down. First down, here's Dak. Buys time, rolling right. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys started celebrating this win a while ago. 3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Yeah, what do you think?
Dak off the play fake. Vacates quickly left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. And the Bills are going to set up just beyond the 10-yard line. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys have it again after yet another interception.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Here we go, 54 wide. Here we go, 46 and 46 wide.
They're going to pass it here. Escapes the pocket. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Cowboys keep running away with this. Oh, baby, Brock. This one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. On the move, headed right. Dumps this off to Cook. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Back to throw now, Allen. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and could get that first down anyway.
He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on 2nd down. Forced out to his right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Flushed out of the pocket. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it, thanks to the turnover on downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And if we're honest, Brock, you and I could have been making dinner plans well before this one wrapped. An absolute show of force to win this one by the margin they did. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.